Good afternoon to another exciting episode of Football Chaos. It's week 14, but we always look back on how I did in week 13 before we take care of that. So, week 13 I went 10-6. I got one of the three Thursday Turkey Day games wrong. That was the Steelers versus the Ravens, and that was a close one, and there was a controversy that we'll talk about in that one later. Then on Sunday, I got the Bears over the Vikings wrong. That was an overtime win by the Vikings. The Cardinals lose to the Eagles. That was a really good game. The Jets really blew me away on how bad they were. They lost to the Dolphins. The Bills lose in overtime to the Falcons. And the Charger-Bengal game. After that, that brings my overall record to 115-77. Not bad. I'm still happy with that. It's another winning week for me. And my three wows of this week. My first wow goes to Adrian Peterson, who got 211 yards, doing what he does best, but he didn't get any touchdowns. That's kind of a bummer. It's kind of a weak wow, but it's still a wow. And my second wow is just wide receivers in general this week. They tore it up. Particular three, we have Josh Gordon that went 261 yards for 2 touchdowns. Then you have Alshon Jeffries, who went for 249 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Eric Decker, 174 yards and 4 touchdowns. And there was a lot more wide receivers tearing it up in the air as well. So to all wide receivers this week, wow. And the biggest wow of the week, going back to a controversy, Mike Tomlin on the field during a kickoff. What are you thinking, Mike Tomlin? You knew that from high school that you can't be on the field during the game. There's a box that you're supposed to stay in, even though most coaches don't in the NFL. That's the box you're supposed to be in while the game is being played. Come on, Mike Tomlin. Wow. Anyways, that brings me back to week 14. Couple picks that I got going on. First, we always start with the Thursday day game. That is today. The Texans will be playing the Jacksonville Jaguars this week. I have the Texans winning this one. It's a toss-up for me. I think Jacksonville can win it again. And I almost want to pick the Jags, but the Texans kind of showed themselves some new colors after last week's close loss to the Patriots, so it's making me want to stick with Texans here. Hopefully they can get out of their rut. Then Sunday, I have the Bengals beating the Colts at home. That's mostly why I picked the Bengals. Patriots are beating the Browns. The Raiders are taking care of those Jets. Then I have the Chiefs over the Redskins. The Redskins don't look very good at all. Chiefs are going to break their losing streak. Ravens over the Vikings. Maybe the Vikings get a little magic, but I don't see that happening, so I'm picking the Ravens. The Packers over the Falcons. I'm hoping Aaron Rodgers plays. It's the only reason why I am picking the Packers, and they're desperate to keep their playoff hopes alive. The Buccaneers over the Bills. I like the Bucs. The Bills, it's going to be a tough one. The Bills are good with their young quarterback. They're not great. They're not confident, but I am going to pick the Buccaneers with their young quarterback, Mike Glennon, as well. Next, I have the Steelers beating the Dolphins. Hopefully the Dolphins' defense doesn't show up like it did against the terrible Jets. Then I have the Eagles beating the Lions. That should be a really fun game. Explosive offenses. The Broncos beating the Titans. No question there. The Cardinals versus the Rams. 2 teams that are playing quite well. Better than expected. I just think the Cardinals' defense wins that game. Then I have the Seahawks versus the 49ers. This is a tough one. It's being played in Candlestick. Candlestick's running out of games to be played in, since the 49ers won't play there anymore after this year. And it's a great rivalry. If you've been keeping up on it in the last couple years, you never know who's going to win this game. I have Seahawks winning this one. Last week they just looked dominant, and I'm hoping they carried it all the way down to San Francisco and take care of the 49ers. Chargers beating the Giants. This is a lot closer game than I would have expected a few weeks ago, but I am going to take the Chargers. I just think Phillip Rivers is a better quarterback than Eli Manning right now, and I just think that's what it's going to take. That brings me to my Sunday night game, another big game of the week. We have the Saints versus the Panthers. I'm picking the Saints only because it's in New Orleans. If this was in Carolina, different story, but it's going to be a fun game. Really good defense, high-powered offenses. Should be fun to watch on a Sunday night. Then the Monday night game brings me the Cowboys to the Bears. I am taking the Cowboys in Chicago this week. The Bears, after that overtime loss, I'm sure they're rattled. Hopefully they try to come back, but I do have the Cowboys winning that game as well. And those are my picks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your turkey week, and hopefully you have fun this week. Watch your football and subscribe.